Wait a minute. I haven't marked that one yet.
You don't mind, lady. This weighs a few pounds,
Well,
you
I'm
know.
sorry, but you shouldn't have picked it up so fast.
I'm about to drop it even faster.
All right, I'm finished. Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful, lady. Early Halloween.
I got another one here for you, Mrs. McMillan.
Thank you. Gee, what a nice ring.
Thank you. It's a lodge ring.
Oh, it's still very tasteful.
Not large. It's a lodge ring. Although it is kind of large.
Oh, it's not large for a lodge ring. I've seen larger lodge rings. It's very lovely.
Well, I better get this on the truck.
All right, come on, Logan.
Excuse
Let's move it, huh? Where do you want us to send a bill, Commissioner? To you or to the city?
To me. The city can't afford it.
Ah, well, in that case, we'll try to finish on time.
You look awful.
Thank you. Why do you say that?
Because you look awful.
Oh, well, as long as you have a reason. My reason is that I've gone 2 whole nights without any sleep.
I know. I'm sorry that my packing kept you awake, Mac. It's just that the movers told me Friday that we'd move on Tuesday, and Wednesday became Thursday when Friday became impossible because of the extra van.
Sally, it's okay. Promise me one thing we get in the new house.
Okay, what?
Get them to set up the bed first.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way myself because there are certain initiation rites expected in a new home.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll get some sleep, huh? Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, hello there, Fred.
Morning, Commissioner.
Hey, lady. Ain't you afraid he might end up in the wrong house?
Pardon me?
You forgot to put your mark on him.
You want to bet?
Okay, lady. Okie doke. Sign right here, please.
Why? Are you leaving? I haven't even checked all these boxes yet.
Yeah, well, I have. We picked up 34, we delivered 34.
Well, at least let me make sure that they all have my mark on them.
Lady, it's been a long day, and I got a bowl in 45 minutes. And I'd like to put a little something in here first.
Looks like somebody already beat you to it. Wait a minute! You forgot one of your barrels! Get up, Ward. They don't only give me the wrong barrel, they give me a barrel that's damaged. favor, and mine isn't working, and I have to use your...
Of course. Right down the hall to the left.
Not the bathroom. I need to use your telephone.
Sorry, it's right here. Do you want me to leave the room?
No, don't leave me.
Well, that's what I had in mind. How about a drink?
I want the police. Oh, you better do the dialing.
Lady, you look like you've just seen a ghost.
It was no ghost. It was the real thing. I just unpacked a corpse.
A corpse? Here, drink.
922-3299.
Do you use this number often?
Well, I try not to call more than once a day, but sometimes I can't help myself. Here, let me talk.
Commissioner McMillan's office.
Commissioner McMillan, please.
I'm sorry, Mr. Deems. The last three things I said into your machine were lies.
You're sure they were lies?
Terrible lies.
Then you're an exceptional liar, Commissioner. It works fine with your regular liar.
Yes, Anne?
Mrs. McMillan on line 2, sir. Urgent.
Yes, Sally?
Mac?
There's a dead man in one of our barrels.
What?
It was horrible, Mac. All my precautions, and then they did mix him up. It wasn't marked, but it was seeping, so I opened it, and there he was, Mac. In my barrel. Well, in his barrel. It wasn't my barrel. It wasn't marked. Mac, you better get home.
Where are you calling from?
I don't know.
Next door.
Next door.
All right, honey, I'm on my way. Now, listen to me. Don't go back into that house until I get there. Get a squad car over to the house right away. Get my phones installed.
Is he always that nice? I'd like to hang on to that number.
Always. That's why I married him.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, it'll take him a few minutes to get here, even with your connection. Why don't you finish your drink? If you don't like that, I'll make you a triple stinger. Gloria Shaw, who lived in your house, couldn't get through the day without one of my triple stingers.
Thanks anyway. My husband will be right here, and he always takes care of everything.
I was afraid of that.
Hi, you all right?
I'm all right. He's in the living room by the fireplace. You can't miss
Yeah,
him.
we'll take care of everything.
Mac?
Sally, are you all right?
I'm okay. It's just kind of hard to go back in there.
Are you sure you're all right?
I'm okay. It wasn't one of our barrels, Mac, because it didn't have my little mark on it.
That's reassuring. Sergeant?
Oh, Mrs. McMillan, is there another fireplace?
Another one? No. I told you it's right. It's right there. No, oh, it's right here. Here's my book. Now, this was on top of the barrel when I opened it. It was right on top, and then it fell off like that.
How did you open it, Sally? What did you use?
The poker. And then I dropped it right beside the barrel.
Is this the poker, Mrs. McMillan?
Yes, this is what I opened the barrel with. And then I dropped it right there. I didn't put it back in place. There was a barrel. And it wasn't mine because it wasn't marked. It was seeping. And it was damp. All over this floor. It was damp. And there was a man inside, and he was dead. You believe me, don't you, Mac? Don't you, Mac? Don't you?
Hey, remember how we found this? Saturday afternoon, walking through the woods. Started rain, we couldn't find the car. We found the barn hid in the hayloft, remember? Under the hay, we found this. An original Van Ocker. Today, in any gallery, this painting would bring $10.
You do believe me about there being a corpse here, don't you, Mac?
We're checking with the moving company and with missing persons. Now, would I do all that if I didn't believe you?
Yes, you'd do it anyway. You'd do it to make me feel better.
How would you feel if I didn't do it?
Terrible. I feel better. in. Oh, Sergeant Enright, I'm glad it's you.
Oh, thank you very much, Mrs. McMillan. Commissioner, I checked with the owner of that moving company. He'd left for the day, but I talked to him on the phone.
What did he say?
He was quite upset, sir. Said he didn't know how such a thing had happened. And we're to meet him at 8 o'clock.
Pick me up at 7:30. What about missing persons?
Oh, I brought these along to show Mrs. McMillan. Here you are.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Any luck with fingerprints?
No, sir. Those fresh fingerprints, they all belong here.
What about the van itself?
Well, it did make some other stops, sir, but we'll have a list in the morning. Mrs. McMillan, that corpse that wasn't here, well, how long do you think that man could have been dead?
Well, I don't know. All I can tell you is it looked yuck.
About how long is Yech?
Well, it's not as long as zich.
But shorter than Blich?
Oh, no, he wasn't blech.
I'd say he'd been dead about a day, Sergeant.
Thank you, sir.
Shh, listen. No, did you hear that or not?
Stand back, Mrs. McMillan.
Sergeant Enright, you're still here?
Wertheimer, are you still here?
Yeah. You said to check it out thoroughly.
Did you find anything, Sergeant?
Well, as a matter of fact, Commissioner, I'm afraid I did.
Of course you did. Now tell him.
You got serious trouble with that water heater. Frankly, I don't like the looks of the whole plumbing system.
I take it you didn't find a body in the basement.
A body, sir? No. But I checked everything, including the furnace. Now, that's a good furnace.
Come on, I'll take you down to the police station. You can check our plumbing.
About that plumbing, Commissioner, I'm Moonlight. Now, I can give you a very good price. And the work is guaranteed.
Thank you. We'll keep you in mind. Now, honey, I know this has been rough for you. Your first day at our new home and everything, but try not to let it prey on your mind. You know how you tend to be superstitious.
I'm not superstitious. Do you think we could get the lease on this house annulled?
And how do you get a lease annulled?
By not sleeping here, of course. That way the deal isn't consummated.
Sally, if anything should happen to me, promise me you'll never, ever go into real estate.
I promise.
Okay. Then why don't we stop thinking about the barrel that didn't belong to us and concentrate on all these that do?
Right. I'm going to forget about the barrels and I'm going to concentrate on dinner.
Good idea. I'll make us a drink. Remember which barrel you put the dinner in?
In the dinner barrel.
Good. Where's the drink barrel?
Thanks, Mac.
For what?
Just thanks. Mac!
Yeah.
Mac!
What's wrong?
It's missing. It's not here.
What, the dinner?
The barrel with Aunt Sophie's china. Do you realize what that means?
We eat on paper plates?
The killer got our china. Don't you see? We got his corpse and he got our china.
Not necessarily.
Well, that's one way to look at it, but any way you look at it, we can't eat dinner in our new home without Aunt Sophie's china.
Sure we can. We just won't tell her.
Well, that's not right. We've always had our first dinner in our new home on Aunt Sophie's china every time we've moved.
Well, as long as you're not superstitious.
Mac, supposing that the killer had wanted to put the body in storage and it ended up at our house by mistake, then it stands to reason that our china is in storage at their house.
Possibly. The body was delivered to us by mistake. The dishes could have been delivered to any one of several clients by mistake.
And whoever got my china must have realized that I got his corpse, which proves there was a corpse since my china's missing. Hi, Mac.
Oh, hi.
Mac, if the killer was having the corpse stored, then how did he know so quickly that there'd been a mistake made?
He obviously had a connection with the moving company.
Exactly. You already thought of it.
Yeah, we'll check out both possibilities. Someone intimately connected with the moving company or someone who might have bribed a mover.
Do you know that sometimes I think you could get along perfectly well without me?
I'd never risk it. Why did you put everything back?
Oh, because of, hi, Mac. Mac.
What is that?
What's Pilot doing here? He said he was going to eat first and then bowl.
Good evening.
Well, hello, Commissioner.
I didn't recognize you in your bowling shirt.
Yeah, well, I'm a little late. I gotta run.
Are you aware that a dead body was found in our house in your barrel?
Don't try to pin anything on me. I just pick up and deliver. Pick up and deliver.
And bowl. Stick around, Pilot. We want to talk to you in the morning.
Yes, sir.
I thought you were worried about your waistline.
I'm hoping it'll go somewhere else.
If I were you, I wouldn't change a thing.
Sorry, the bedroom's not in order, Mac. I know I promised.
Under the circumstances, I'll give you one more day.
Thanks. Get a good night's sleep. I know you need it.
Wow, is that bright? Is that the moon, the sun?
I don't know. I'm new in the neighborhood. The new curtains aren't ready yet. I could get the old ones tomorrow.
I'll just wait.
At least it's romantic. I have an idea. Mac! Somebody's out there.
Where?
It's gone.
Probably somebody just walking home late.
There was somebody out there, Mac.
I believe you, honey.
Mac, did you hear that?
I heard you go, Mac.
Well, did you hear what it was that made me go Mac?
No.
Oh,
Cold.
a little, yeah.
Any more blankets?
Not unpacked. I could take it off the window.
You just hung it up.
Well, you've got two options. You can be warm with light in your eyes, or you can be cold with no light in your eyes. Just pick one.
Get the blanket.
Mac! Do you know that man who was going home late? Well, he's going home a little later than you think. He's still there. Well, there was somebody there a minute ago.
How would you like to spend the night at a hotel?
Of course
If
not.
you're nervous about staying here tonight, just say so.
There was a man out there,
I
Mac.
don't doubt that. He probably takes a stroll along here every night.
At this hour?
Come on, Sally, let's go to a hotel.
No, I'm fine. I can sleep now.
Yeah? Swell. The first one asleep, let out a whistle, okay?
There's definitely something or someone out there.
You want me to go down and look?
Please.
Sally.
What?
I think I've been struck blind.
Oh, I put that on you so you could sleep better.
Oh. And then woke me to see if it was working.
Maybe we better call police.
How? Phone hasn't been connected, remember?
Here, put this on. Take this. You might need it as a weapon.
Thanks. If I catch someone, I'll hang him in the closet.
Good luck. Ow! Are you all right, Mac?
There was no one down there, Sally.
But I heard you, Mac.
You heard pressure in the pipes. Wertheimer was right. We have got a plumbing problem.
Why are you getting dressed?
Because we are going to a hotel. Period.
No, we're not. This is our new home, and we're not going to be driven out of it by a bunch of ghouls running around playing musical corpse. Go to sleep, Mac. You're not going to hear another sound out of me, I promise. Mac? Here I go again. I did see him, Mac.
What did he look like?
I don't know. I was too frightened.
You all right?
What are we gonna do, Mac? It's so creepy here.
No luggage? No luggage.
Mr. and Mrs. Stuart McMillan. Funny. Our police commissioner has the same name.
That's funny.
Shall I get a boy to show you to your room?
No, thanks. We'll find it.
Yes, sir. I'm sure you will.
Oh, and I'd like to leave a 6:30 wake-up call, please.
Oh, yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
You know what the clerk is thinking. Nice, isn't it? We ought to stay in hotel rooms more often.
I'm not sure my reputation could stand it,
We're married now.
as far as he's concerned.
Do you think we fooled him? Isn't that great? You remember how it used to be before we got married?
Only then hotel clerks thought we were married.
Ha ha! That's what you think.
wake-up call.
Hello? Oh, yes, good morning, Commissioner. Yeah, I was just about to go out. Huh? A hotel? Yeah, sure, I can pick you up. Yeah. Oh, listen, Commissioner, there's a side entrance to that particular hotel. It's not used very much, and I thought maybe you'd like to, slip out quietly without any... The front door? Okay, yeah, I'm on my way. Bye.
We could make an adjustment, Mr. McMillan.
Well, that's all right. How much is it?
$24, sir.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Morning.
Hi, Sergeant.
Oh, Mrs. McMillan, good morning.
You seem surprised to see me.
Well, it is an early hour, Miss McMillan.
Sergeant, I would never let my husband leave a hotel at this hour alone. What might people think?
Oh, no, not the commissioner. I mean, who'd think that he'd... Yeah, you're right. Shall we drop Mrs. McMillan off at the house, sir?
No, she's going with us. She's anxious to find out if we can locate her china. One of our barrels was missing.
I see.
What have you found out, Enright?
Well, we're off to see Mr. Buchanan, who runs the moving company, sir. But we've searched both kinds of barrels in storage there, and there's no barrel with a body in it.
What do you mean, both kinds of barrels?
Well, it seems there are two kinds of barrels, sir. There are storage barrels and there are shipping barrels.
And the barrels we received are what, shipping barrels?
Right. Now, I found it's not possible to store a shipping barrel, but a shipping barrel you can store.
I'm not sure I follow that.
Well, let me simplify things. There are two kinds of barrels. There are shipping barrels and there are storage barrels. A shipping barrel you can store and ship, but a storing barrel you can only store. So you can ship a shipping and you can store a shipping, but for storing, you can only store.
You mean you can ship a shipping barrel and store a storing barrel, but you can't ship a storing barrel?
Right.
No. You can store and ship a shipping barrel, but you can't ship a storing barrel.
No, Mrs. McMillan, you have it twisted. You can ship a storing barrel, but you cannot store a shipping barrel.
Why is that, Mr. Buchanan?
Because shipping barrels are not as sturdy as storage barrels. So storage can be shipped, but shipping can't be stored.
Oh, so then the body was probably in a storage barrel, right?
I would say there would be no way of knowing without seeing the barrel. In this case, the distinction is rather irrelevant, wouldn't you say?
Irrelevant, Mr. Buchanan? It could be an indication of whether the killer wanted to ship the body or not.
If they knew the difference between shipping and storage barrels. Actually, the whole thing is hard to believe. If it weren't the police commissioner himself, I would say it was absolutely incredible. I mean, there was a body, but there isn't a body.
Mr. Buchanan, Mrs. McMillan is a trained observer.
Thank you, dear.
Compared to your average woman. Now, could we get on with it?
Of course. I have the names you requested. We've been checking all morning. Thank you. Give these to the commissioner.
Hi, Mac.
Oh, hi.
Kitty Winters.
Oh, you know my wife, Sally.
No.
Well, this is my wife, Sally.
How do you do?
How do you do?
How do you do?
The van with your goods made a total of 7 deliveries yesterday. We followed your instructions and haven't contacted any of the people involved. You have the names and addresses of the people who had items stored yesterday. As far as our drivers are concerned, your men have already spoken to them.
We're running a complete background check on all of them now, sir.
Guido Bartoloni. I once defended a Guido Bartoloni. He was a bookie.
Well, you don't run across a name like that very often.
Nor a face like that. He had a scar from his ear right down to his chin.
Anything else I can do, Commissioner?
No, Mr. Buchanan. I'm afraid we've taken up enough of your time. Thank you very much.
I'm sure we'll locate your dishes momentarily, Mrs. McMillan.
Well, if they come before dinner, call me. I'll pick them up myself. I'll go get the drinks.
No, that's it. Good idea. It always hurts when I can't remember a face.
I know, dear.
Of course I remember. I defended her once in court.
What for? Assault with deadly weapons?
Let's go see Bartoloni.
Life without a man. I'm telling you, Commissioner, no woman should be expected to live through
I'll
it.
take that, sir.
When my Guido was alive, you wouldn't even let me lift so much as a sack of groceries. You wouldn't even let me go to the laundromat alone.
Mrs. Bartoloni, how long has Guido been gone?
I buried him last November. What a man. Never late for dinner.
I made gnocchi for him every Thursday, just like the old country. Now, we never have gnocchi on Thursdays.
How did he die?
He was murdered. The mob got him while he was on a trip. The third machine on the left.
Here. I'm sorry about Guido. I always liked him. He was innocent when I defended him. I know that.
Oh, he was. He didn't become a bookie till later. He learned so much about bookie operations from you, he decided to become one.
From me?
Oh, the loneliness, Commissioner. The terrible loneliness. And I hold you responsible. If you hadn't done such a good job defending Guido, he'd be in prison now, safe.
Just put it in the expense account.
What'll I put? Laundromat, 25 cents?
Well, how much did it cost?
That's what it cost.
Well, then put it down.
Okay.
Who else do we have?
Well, there are two pretty good possibilities. There's a Mrs. Sherman. Her husband disappeared a couple days ago, and then there's Jim Wainwright, the baseball player. His roommate dropped out of sight a couple of weeks ago, and both had barrels on that truck.
Well, then let's save a little time and split up. I'll take Sherman.
I'll take Wainwright.
Oh, thanks for letting me in, Mrs. Abernathy. I'll get these drapes back to you within the week. Maybe it'll help with the sale.
Don't bother, Mrs. McMillan. The house will probably sell easier without them.
Watch out!
What's the matter with you? A wind car and some murder.
Listen, what was in that barrel that you lost?
My glove. This chick helped me pack and she put my glove with the stuff to be stored. Dumb broad. We're on our way to Venezuela, winter tour. But I'm not going anywhere without that glove.
Say, listen. Hey, I understand that you room with Kenny Williams.
Yeah.
Watch out!
Hey, listen, didn't Kenny cut out a couple weeks before the season ended?
Look, none of that stuff's true. He's not running from gamblers.
Would you happen to have a picture of Kenny that I could have?
I don't carry one in my wallet, if that's what you mean.
Well, where could I get one?
Yeah. Take 25 cents and your favorite box stop menu. Okay. I'll get you one.
Watch out!
We're not sure, Mrs. Sherman. There's every possibility it isn't your husband.
Well, I'd like to know for sure, either way. If he's dead, at least I know where he is.
Do you have a photograph of him?
No, as a matter of fact, I don't.
Not even a snapshot? Anything?
Anything? Yeah. There he is. That's Gustav.
Well, I did say anything.
Personally, I think it's too flattering. That's always a danger with self-portraits.
May I borrow it for a while?
As long as you bring it back tomorrow.
I understand. It means a great deal to you.
Oh, you bet it does. I got a buyer.
Mildred, you've got a great pair of legs.
You know, I haven't thought about them in years. Think it's too late to do anything with them?
Why don't we concentrate on your legs tomorrow and think about your room today?
Forget about my room. I'll sleep over at my sister's again tonight. She loves having me.
She's only got one room. Where does her husband sleep?
Out. That's why she loves having me.
Oh, Mildred, I don't think these dishes are going to stay up.
You mean drapes?
I said drapes, didn't I?
You said dishes. Look, I know how you feel about those dishes. I had nice dishes once. You can't get them out of your mind. You get your dishes, you got your home. I'll take care of these.
Oh, no, I'm going to stay and help you.
Mrs. McMillan, these drapes won't stay up unless I can get this rod reinforced. It'll take time.
I'll call Newman's Hardware.
No phone.
Well, there must be a hardware store in the neighborhood.
Yes. 1 block away, right around the corner. I'll go. I can use some fresh air.
Okay. What's the matter?
I haven't got any money. You?
$1. Charge it.
We don't have a charge account.
Open one.
Right. Oh, they'll want references.
Have them call me.
No phone.
Well, hope you can get them for $1.
Well, if it costs any more, I'll use my good leg. Go look for your dishes.
Okay.
I'm leaving, Mrs. McMillan. Don't forget to get your dishes. Goodbye.
Mold it. Why is your husband looking for me?
Well, maybe if I knew who you were, I could... Bartolone!
Will you answer me?
Oh, he thinks that you're the man in the barrel.
The what?
Well, he thinks that you're... Well, he thinks that... It's very complicated.
Who's the scooter?
What?
The scooter, the car.
Sergeant Enright.
That's the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Is there a back door to it?
Uh-huh.
Now, you keep your mouth shut. Keep it shut.
Sergeant Enright! There's a man and he's got a gun.
I'll take care of it.
It's Bartolone.
Bartolone?
Bartolone.
You sure?
Yes, Bartolone. Guido Bartolone.
Sally, it couldn't have been Bartolone.
Why? Why couldn't it have been Bartolone?
Because
Why?
Bartolone's dead.
Dead?
Very dead.
Buried last November.
Oh, that's dead. That's why you had that funny look on your face and why you wouldn't say anything until my husband got home. You must have thought I was crazy.
Well,
He did look like Guido Bartolone, Mac. He didn't say he was, but he didn't say he wasn't. And you know, he had that,
Sally, I told you this morning that Bartolone had a scar. To a mind unrestrained, any man with a scar could be Guido Bartolone. The mind works in very strange ways.
My mind's on overtime. Maybe I could help by going down to headquarters and looking at some mugshots.
Don't. We deliver. Enright, order all the shots of men with scars and get them back here as soon as you can.
I was going to go down to the warehouse and look for my china, but I'll stay here if you like.
No. It'll take at least a couple of hours to pick the shots. Why don't you take the car and drive her? I'll go with Enright.
Okay, thanks.
But before you go, see if this picture means anything. Is this the man in the barrel?
No, but that picture belongs in a barrel. It's terrible. Who is it?
Sherman. It's a self-portrait.
Well, he must hate himself. I don't know, Mac. I can't tell from a painting.
Okay, how about him? Was he in the barrel?
Hey, that's Kenny Williams. Where did you get a picture of Kenny Williams?
Was that the man in the barrel, Sally?
No, oh, I don't know. Oh, Mac, I couldn't say for sure yes or no on anybody. I looked and I screamed, and when you scream, you scrunch up your eyes. Ah! See? Where'd you get the picture?
Oh, from Jim Wainwright.
Oh, I'm surprised there aren't dart holes in it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, Wainwright hates Williams. Hey, the only reason he'd have a picture of him is if he wanted to use it for target practice. They went at each other last July. Oh, it was fantastic. Williams nearly took off Wainwright's head with a fastball, and that was only batting practice. And then Wainwright went at him with a bat. He missed. He never was much of a hitter. He could be costing us the pennant.
Thanks, Sally. Go dish hunting.
Bye, Mac. So long, Scooter.
What'd she call you?
Oh, I think, Snooker.
No. Scooter.
Yeah, Scooter.
Bartolone called cops. Scooter.
So? Oh, no, Commissioner. Bartolone's dead.
Get a court order. We'll exhume the body if there is a body.
Can I use your phone, sir?
No phone, in your car. And, put a tail on Sally. She's the only one who can identify the corpse, and the killer might know that.
Right, sir. Look, Commissioner, it's going to take about an hour to get that court order, so why don't we spend the time wisely at Sam's? You could use some steam and a rub out. Rub down. Sorry.
How was your game?
I didn't bowl very well, as long as you asked.
Sorry I asked.
Will you get going, Pilot? We got a schedule to make.
That's my foreman, Mr. Dickerson. This is Mrs. McMillan, the commissioner's wife.
Miss McMillan, huh? Well, your dishes ain't here. We looked.
Would you mind if I looked?
We're way behind. Your husband's people kept piling down in headquarters for 2 hours, and I ain't got a man I can spare to go with you.
Well, I could do it. I'd know my barrel in a minute. It's got my little face on it.
Look, I got my orders, and I follow them. No unauthorized personnel allowed in the warehouse.
Orders? I thought that you were the boss.
Yeah? Being foreman don't make you the boss. Gray is the head man.
Who's Gray? I thought Mr. Buchanan was the owner.
Well, they're partners. Buchanan takes care of the office. Gray runs the warehouse.
Well, where is Mr. Gray? May I speak with him, please?
Well, if you can find him, go ahead.
He isn't expected back today.
He's expected to be here all the time, but since he ain't showed up for the last 3 days, it ain't likely he's gonna be here.
He's missing?
No, he's not missing.
Well, if he hasn't been here for the last 3 days, and you don't know where he is.
Well, he's just like that lady. He takes off sometimes.
And nobody cares?
Buchanan cares. He'd fire him if he wasn't a partner.
Thank you.
They say get her acting like that.
Brady here. Sam's? Okay, thank you. Mr. McMillan's secretary called. He's at Sam's if you need him.
That's where we're going. Who's Sam?
It's a steam room a couple blocks from headquarters.
Have I met Sam?
I don't think so, ma'am. He's been dead several years.
Well, that wouldn't stop me. Mac? 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 Where are you?
Sally, what are you doing here?
I just came from the warehouse. Guess who's missing? Buchanan's partner.
Guess who's in front of you? Sergeant Enright.
Oh, I didn't see you, Sergeant.
Well, I'd like to keep it that way.
You're right, of course. Maybe I could get you a towel.
That is my towel.
Oh, out. Out. That's what I've got to do. Which way's out, Mac?
Through the door.
Through the door. You're always right, the door. It was nice to see you, Sergeant. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
After 6, sir, they're probably closed.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mr. Davidson, what are you doing here?
Oh, a little of this, a little of that.
Oh, this is our new neighbor, Mr. Davidson. This is my husband, Commissioner McMillan.
Oh, you're 922-3299. I never forget a number. Excuse me.
He won't bother me anymore.
Here, let me give you a hand with that.
I need a little help with mine, too.
Commissioner, what are you doing here?
Well, I was thinking of asking all of you the same thing.
Mr. Wainwright and Mrs. Sherman called me after you interviewed them. They wanted to look through their stored things. Mr. Wainwright wanted a baseball glove.
A baseball glove. And why are you here, Mrs. Sherman?
I'm looking for my husband's gold-plated baby shoes. When it comes to sentiment, I'm a regular dish rag.
Telephone.
Mr. Buchanan, we just passed our new neighbor, Mr. Davidson. Do you know him?
Davidson. He's our accountant.
I'd like to see a picture of Mr. Gray.
Bob Gray?
Your partner.
Oh, may I ask why you want to see a picture of Mr. Gray?
Yes, you may ask. Do you have one?
Oh, if you're thinking that... Well, it just couldn't be. I spoke to him this morning. From Mexico City.
It's okay at the cemetery, sir.
I'd like to see the picture, Mr. Buchanan.
Certainly. Certainly.
No, it wasn't Gray. I know he didn't have a beard. Anyway, how could he have been in the barrel if he was in Mexico City?
Have communications. Check that call, Sergeant.
You didn't believe him.
I don't believe anybody in a murder case.
I believe you. You don't believe me.
I believe you.
He believes you. It was me that didn't believe you.
You do now?
I believe so. Yes, ma'am.
Sergeant Enright, your court order. That's the casket.
Okay. Open her up.
No body.
No body.
No body. Nobody. Well, I guess that's it.
We'll cover it up in the morning. That's all for tonight.
So Bartolone is alive and well and living in we don't know where.
My apologies.
My acceptance.
Hey, there's someone over in those bushes.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
There's something under me. A body.
Don't panic.
Moving!
Sally, not me.
Oh, man. No offense, but this is one of the few things I don't want to share with you.
Stay down, you'll be safe.
Are you kidding? I wouldn't be caught dead here. Where are you going?
To help Enright. Now stay down. Sally, it's me. It's gonna be all right. Stay down.
My knees won't bend.
Enright, he's headed toward the mausoleum. Enright!
Oh, Mac, I'm so glad you're back.
I'm sorry, sir, but I think we've lost him.
Mac, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. You all right?
Yes, I'm all right. Enright, are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Well, anyway, everyone's all right.
Well, where do we go from here?
As far away as possible.
The trouble with this case is all we know is what we don't know.
What don't we know?
We don't know who shot at us. We don't know who was in the barrel. We don't know why Bartolone played dead. And we don't know why Gray, Sherman, and Kenny Williams are missing.
We do know we have 3 suspects, don't we?
Right. Mrs. Sherman, Wainwright, and what's his name at the warehouse? Buchanan. The interesting aspect about this case is that it is not your conventional whodunit. What we have here is a who did they do it to. If we could find out who they did do it to, we could figure out who done it.
That makes sense. Casket splinters.
Here, look, you got yours. before you got him.
Would you like to join us for dinner, Sergeant?
Oh, no, thank you, Mrs. McMillan. I think I'll just go home, fall into bed. I'll have dinner in the morning.
Oh, good night, Sergeant.
Good night, Sergeant.
Oh, Commissioner.
Yeah?
About those splinters, sir.
They were shooting at her.
I believe
Killer's
so.
nervous. He thinks Sally can identify the body. We were right to have a tail put on her. And have a good night's rest, Sergeant.
Thank you. Nothing could stop me now, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
It's another one of Mildred's famous missives. Hiffle, gone to Massachusetts. Grapes upon the broom. Funek. First one. Hiffle, gone to Massachusetts.
Hiffle. Hi, folks. Gone to Massachusetts, my sister's. Gone to my sister's.
Grapes upon the broom.
Grapes upon the broom. I know. Drapes are in the bedroom.
How'd you know that?
Hiffle is always high, folks. And as for the drapes, well, that's what Mildred and I were working on today.
I think you're bluffing. All right, Funek.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Funek. Phone's okay. The phone's okay. Phone's working.
Oh, good. Let's go to bed.
Mac, what were you and Sergeant Enright whispering about tonight?
Oh, we weren't talking about anything.
Mac, you can tell me. I won't be nervous.
We think they're trying to kill you.
Don't tell me. I'll be nervous.
Sit. Everything's gonna be all right, Sally.
Put it in writing. Okay.
Yeah, there it goes again.
Wait a minute. Let me get it. That way I'll learn how to handle it until we get a new heater. Mac, which one of these thingamajigs do you turn? Mac! Mac!
What?
Bartolone, he's dead!
Bartolone's alive.
Somebody killed him, look! Look!
I won't answer you. I don't have to. I'm off duty. Yes, I have to. I'm a cop. I wish I were a doctor, then I wouldn't have to answer you. Hello. Yes, Commissioner, this is... Oh, yes, sir, of course I'm awake. In fact, I was doing my push-ups. What? Yes, sir, I'll be right over.
What were you doing here, Guido? What happened?
I'm waiting for you. I hear steps. Then someone comes up from behind me. The next thing I know, you're carrying me out from the basement.
About what time did you get here?
What time? About 7.
It was just before we went to the grave.
Well, I'm sorry. Who died?
You did, Guido. We were digging you up.
It's all over. It's nice while it lasted.
Why were you dead?
Camouflage. The mob was after me. I didn't want to make book anymore. I had it up to here. I figured once I was dead, everything would be easy, you know, for the missus and me. Once I was dead, life could begin all over again. Huh? But the commissioner had to come around and look for me. And I had to come around and look for you to tell you to lay off. Oh, commissioner.
Can you give us a description of the man who attacked you?
He was not too tall, not too big, not too wide.
Just your average run-of-the-mill attacker.
Hey.
Commissioner.
Yeah.
You were right, sir. The previous owner must have built a wine cellar down there. Guess the maid was a booze hound.
Anything else?
Yeah, barrel marks, rust. The killer couldn't get away with the barrel the first time, so he must have hid it down there.
And he must have come back for it tonight.
Look, Commissioner, I hate to ask this, but can I go home to bed?
See you in the morning.
Thanks.
Good night, Sergeant.
Night.
Night.
Well, if you don't need me anymore.
We were just about to have dinner. Have you eaten?
Well, lady, I've just been choked.
Would you join us?
Be too much trouble.
No trouble.
Dessert? Why not? Waiter, do you have any of the biscuit tortoni? It's good for the throat. You know?
No, sir, we don't.
Then skip it.
Let me have a check, please. You staring at?
Oh, His ring. His ring. The guy that choked me had a ring just like that.
Was it gold with a red and blue
No,
design?
it was
Can you remember
more-
if it looked like something he might have had in college or something? Logan had a ring like that.
Hello. Yes, this is Sergeant Enright speaking. No, Commissioner, I'm not asleep. I'm wide awake, sir. Logan? Yeah? Yes, sir. That's very interesting, sir. It seems to me that the question really is who is Logan working for? Hmm? Yes? Yeah, well, I think that would be a very good idea, sir. Excellent. Yeah, so I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll find out where Logan lives, and then I'll pick you up. Yes, sir, in about, 20 minutes or so, okay? Right, Commissioner, I'm on my way.
Mac, do you think it was Logan?
I didn't say that.
You're thinking that.
A ring is kind of slim evidence, but things are beginning to fit together.
Such as?
Such as, if it was Logan, he was in this house to get his barrel.
His barrel?
Sally, nobody saw the barrel being taken out because no barrel was taken out.
Of course. He hid in the line.
Only when he came back after it, he stumbled into Bartoloni and he had to slug him. Now, there are 2 men on duty outside, so you'll be okay. Now, go on to bed.
Go to bed? Where are you going?
To see Logan. Enright's coming after me. Go on to bed.
After what I've just heard and what's happened in this house, I only go to bed in that bed when you're in that bed.
Sally. You've made good time.
Yeah, but I got a ticket.
Did you find out where Logan lives?
He's at the airport.
Oh, you got him just in time.
No, we got him just after his time. He's dead.
But at an airport? Now, what would he be doing at an airport?
Sally, if you had a body, I mean, if you wanted to get rid of a body, where would you dump it?
In the ocean. The middle of the ocean. Mac! My china. They didn't dump my china in the ocean by mistake, not in the Pacific.
Well, there's obviously been some kind of a mistake.
Oh, my china. Fishes eating off of my china.
What do you make of this, sir? Found not far from the body.
Pilot.
What?
That belongs to a guy who used to work with Logan. His name is Pilot. Morning, Sergeant.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Where'd you find him?
We picked him up on his way to work about 7 this morning.
Where were you, Pilot?
I told him 14 times I was bowling. You know bowling, 3 fingers in the ball and 2 out.
Until 7 this morning? I don't believe you.
You gotta know where I was?
You want to be charged with Logan's murder?
All right, I was with a woman. And I'm a married man. I'm not married to that woman.
We have to know her name and address.
No. I got pride.
Well, swallow it. Now, where were you?
I'm telling you the truth. Look, I get along good with Logan. I get along good with everybody.
Book him.
Let's go, Pilot.
All right. All right, you got me. Right in the pride. Ann Georgette Sylvester, 506 Dartmouth. Waitress at the Red Moon.
Call her.
Yes, sir.
Has my wife got to know?
Only if you tell her.
I do, and I'll never bowl again.
Tell me, how did you get along with Gray?
Well, we were, buddies.
When'd you see him last?
A couple days ago, just before he left for Mexico.
Why did he go to Mexico?
Well, he said he was going on business, he always does, but tell you the truth, I think he was going to play around with the girls, He thought he looked 10 years younger after he shaved. Personally, I liked him better with the beard.
Shaved his beard, huh?
Yeah, there's nothing illegal about that, is there?
We have to show this to Sally. I think this is our man in the barrel.
What about that phone call we're checking on from Mexico?
We can't locate it because it doesn't exist, I'll bet you. Buchanan lied about that. And get Mrs. McMillan for me right away.
Yes, sir.
Get a car with 2 men. It's Saturday, so find out where Buchanan lives and pick him up.
Yes, sir.
The line's busy, sir.
Well, I'll keep trying. And when you reach her, tell her I'm on my way. And get me a squad car.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. McMillan. This is Mr. Buchanan from Movers Emporium. I have some good news for you. We've located your china.
That's wonderful, Mr. Buchanan. When can you deliver it?
First thing Monday morning.
Monday?
Yes, you see, today is Saturday. We're closed. I wish I could get it to you sooner.
Maybe I could come and pick it up myself.
Well, I don't see why not. As a matter of fact, I'm at the warehouse right now, so if you're coming right away, I can meet you personally.
I'll be right there.
Fine. I'll be waiting, Mrs. McMillan.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Buchanan.
Thank you, Mrs. McMillan.
Hi, Fergie. How you doing today?
Fine, Mrs. McMillan. Where are you going in such a hurry?
Oh, I'm going to the warehouse to get my long-lost, ever-loving Aunt Sophie's blue-stained Wedgwood china. You want to come with me?
Against regulations, Mrs. McMillan. I'll be right behind you.
Then you can help me load.
I'd be glad to help.
Car 5, we have your home now, sir. Over.
Thank you. Sally?
Mildred, who's this? You sound like you're calling from a tunnel.
No, Mildred. I am not in a tunnel. Yes, Mildred, I'm in a tunnel, and you're a witch.
Oh, by the way, Commissioner, I was just talking to the drapery man. The new drapes are ready, and I'm going to hang them today.
Fine, Mildred. Put Mrs. McMillan on.
You'll be thrilled to know that she's on her way to the warehouse. Mr. Buchanan called and said they found her dishes.
Get me Ferguson tailing Mrs. McMillan. Quickly.
Code 3. 904, code 3.
Excuse me, Mrs. McMillan. Have to answer a call.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Buchanan.
Hello, Mrs. McMillan. Step in.
Thank you. I'm so excited. Where is it?
Right over there.
Where did you find it?
They were sent to the airport by mistake. You want to check the barrel to make sure?
Oh, no, I can tell it's mine. It's got my little face right on it.
Right, sir, right.
Mrs. McMillan. Mrs. McMillan.
Who's that?
Oh, my husband put a tail on me. Wasn't that sweet of him? We're in here, Fergie!
Stay right where you are, Mrs. McMillan. Don't move, Mrs. McMillan. Turn around, Mrs. McMillan.
I'd really rather not. It's against my better judgment.
Nevertheless, I do recommend it.
I hope this isn't gonna hurt too much.
Where's my wife?
In a barrel.
Which one?
On the conveyor belt.
Sally! Sally!
Mac!
Sally!
Mac! Where are you?
Sally!
It's okay, Commissioner. We got him.
We got him, Sally.
Oh, that's good. Where am I?
Halfway to Istanbul.
But I'm not dressed for Istanbul. Embezzling.
Buchanan had been at it for years, apparently. Gray finally caught up with him. What with his temper and all. Was kill or be killed.
So Logan was working for Buchanan.
Buchanan had to kill him because he knew everything.
If you two can forget the case for a minute, how about a nice round of applause for the maid who glued the china together? Well, I don't know about you two, but I'm going up to my room and shave my legs. If you've got 'em, flaunt 'em.
Well, at least we had our first meal on Aunt Sophie's china.
And our last.
Well, it's okay. We only needed it to give the place a proper start.
No more superstition?
Absolutely none. We just can't move anymore.
And we might just as well consummate our lease.
I'm game. Even with barrelitis, I'm game. I will draw the new drips. Are you sure you're not too tired?
Mm-hmm. Then we'll sleep.
Is that dark enough?
Mm-hmm. Then, after the case, no lunch. 2 hours with the Chamber of Commerce, 3 hours with the mayor, which leaves very little time to drink and be merry, to say nothing of eating.
Well, darling, you can do all three at the Marlings party. Peter Childs is catering.
Oh, no, not crab rangoon again. I can't decide which is worse, his food or him. Why does he always have to cater these parties?
Well, he's very in. Very in.
Maybe we'll be lucky. There might not be any food left. We're late enough.
Oh, Mac, no.
Looks like we're right on time.
Not another robbery. Not tonight.
Wouldn't be so bad if I wasn't always invited.
Mr. Merriam,
This is an outrage.
Yes, sir.
I shall issue a formal complaint.
Yes, sir. Mr. Merriam, are you the decorator of this house?
That is correct.
And that includes the installation of the wall safe?
I arrange for everything. I will not tolerate interference. I can't even bear suggestion.
Yes, sir, but I would like to ask you a few questions about the installation of the wall safe.
Do these look like the hands of a laborer? I arranged for its purchase. I did not install it.
Thank you, sir. You can get dressed now.
Have you seen this one? Give me a finger. I call this my one-hand appendectomy.
Well, thank you, Doctor.
Anytime.
Oh, good evening, Commissioner.
Good evening, Enright.
Mrs. McMillan? Well, sir, I suppose that you can tell.
I can tell. Same pattern?
Same pattern. I was also checking the guest list.
Same list?
Same list.
What's with your police, Commissioner? I can't go to a party in San Francisco without stripping.
You object to that?
I think some people would be above suspicion.
Who's he?
Edmund Lake, Matador, amateur.
Oh, that explains it. You know, when I got here, he was chasing a redhead around with a cape saying that he wanted her ears for a trophy.
If I know Lake, that wasn't the part of her he was after.
There's Frances. I'm going to talk to her for a minute.
Listen, sir, we've checked all the guests and managed to insult most of them in the process.
Mm-hmm.
Frances, I'm so sorry. How's Carter taking it?
Well, you know Carter. You can't bear to lose anything. Once a year, he makes me take an inventory of everything in the house.
Francis, Carter, we'd like to ask you a few questions if you're up to it.
I'm not up to it. I may never be up to anything ever again. It was a terrible party. Even before Frances insisted on opening the safe.
Why did you open the safe?
To show off her diamond. Why else?
Well, he never lets me wear it, so at least I can show it off to a few friends.
But when you opened the safe, the diamond was gone?
But the case was there, but the diamond was gone.
How many others know the combination of the safe?
He's the only one.
Well, I don't know why anybody would attempt a theft right in the middle of a party full of people.
Our thief likes nothing better than performing before a crowd. It's part of his style and signature.
This is the worst evening of my life, Francis, the worst.
Oh, Peter, I thought you catered the Parkins party.
They were burgled after dinner. Would you care for hors d'oeuvre, Mrs. McMillan?
No, thank you.
Commissioner, I believe you even missed them.
Yes, we did.
The worst evening in my entire life. Francis, I'm going home.
The worst evening in his life. Come along, Sally. I want to show you something, and I want you to tell me that it's wonderful.
I didn't know you had anything left.
Oh, he only took the diamond. Just a teeny little thing.
Oh.
What do you think of it?
Well, I like it. I don't understand it, but I like it.
Oh, I don't understand it. Carter hates it because he doesn't understand it. But I don't think you have to understand something to love it. Don't you agree?
Yes, I do. In this case, I do. I like it very much.
You stay here. I'm going to introduce you to the sculptor. John Thomas. John Thomas. I want to introduce you to someone. Sally McMillan. This is John Thomas Clark.
How do you do? I was just admiring your work.
It's always a pleasure to meet someone who does.
I can see that gleam in your eye, John Thomas. Let me caution you. Don't propose anything unlawful. Sally's married to our police commissioner. Well, I must get back to dear old Carter.
So, you really like my mobile?
Yes, I do very much.
Frances doesn't understand it, you know. She says she loves it, but she doesn't understand it. I really prefer Carter's attitude. He says he hates it. That's because he understands it.
Well, you know, I've always been fascinated by mobiles. The thing that I don't understand is how they're done.
You really must come by my studio one day. I'll show you exactly how it's done.
I'd love to.
John Thomas?
I think that woman is calling you.
Where? I have a little trouble with my vision.
Oh, really? You'd never know it from your work.
Oh, it's an asset. I can only see one woman at a time.
You've been here all afternoon installing that hateful mobile. Now, please, can we not stay all night?
Lanthy hates my mobile. That's because she understands it. Mrs. McMillan, I'd like you to meet Iolanthe Sims. Lanthy, Mrs. McMillan is interested in art.
Well, you've never introduced me to a woman who wasn't. Come on, John, let's go. I mean, the whole night has been a flop from beginning to end, and I've been absolutely assaulted by a policeman.
First, go over and tell Frances that you had a good time and tell her that you're sorry about her diamond.
Well, I had a terrible time, and I'm not sorry about her diamond. As a matter of fact, I think it was the high point of this whole disastrous evening.
Then lie to her. You know how you love to do that.
The insurance investigator checked the safe before the party began, sir, and he says that the diamond was still there.
Did you investigate the investigator?
Yes, he's all right, sir. No, the diamond had to be taken by somebody who was at the party. I mean, 6 robberies in 7 months? You're right, sir. We're dealing with a master burglar who loves to perform in public.
All right, let's run down the list again. Fats Lieberman.
Still in San Quentin.
Massanti.
Still dead.
It always leads right back to the Dutchman. He's the only one who can operate in this manner.
Yes, but, sir, no one has heard from the Dutchman in the last 10 years.
Well, we're hearing from him now, I'll bet you. How many of these people were at those other parties?
Well, by my accounting, about 65.
It's the favorite after-dinner entertainment of the black tie circuit, only they're laughing less and less.
I really didn't need to hear that.
Well, you're lucky, Commissioner. At least you won't have to be here in the morning when the chief has to face the mayor and the press.
Would you rather be in Palm Springs, facing a national convention of police commissioners?
Darling, you'll have to face them when you get back anyway.
I really didn't need to hear that either. Good night, Enright.
Good night. Have a good trip.
You sure you want to play golf your first day here?
You're gonna play golf, aren't you?
Yeah, but you hate golf.
But I love you. Anyway, everybody plays golf in Palm Springs. It's very in. Boy, it sure is pretty down there.
Good time.
Arriba, abajo, centro.
Mike McMillan.
Freddie!
Oh, you
Neil.
still got your guy.
Hey, it's good to see you.
How are you?
Fine. What are you doing here?
I'm here with Boris Potter, the used car king of
Ah,
LA.
you're looking good.
Oh, Freddie, I'd like you to meet my wife, Sally. This is Freddie O'Neill.
So you're the little lady that nailed him, huh? I hate to tell you how many tried.
I'd hate to tell you what they're missing. Nice to meet you, champ.
Now, just ex-jam. Now I'm strictly a golfing buddy. Hey, there's somebody wants you to meet. June, come here.
Mac! Hey, it's great to see you again. How are you?
Oh, fine. You remember my wife, Sally?
Oh, sure, Mac. Whatever you say.
Have you
You
got
know,
a
you
game?
play with it. Why don't we make it a foursome?
Yeah, fine. Check
I'll
the
fix it
starter.
with a starter.
Sit down. Hey, Alan, bring him over here, will you?
How long are you gonna be here, Freddie?
Oh, for a week. At least that's what the man says.
What man?
Boris, the used car king.
Oh, you work for him.
Well, in a manner of speaking, I golf with him.
Oh, he's your friend.
No, I wouldn't give him the honor of calling him my friend.
I don't think I'm following this conversation.
Well, haven't you ever heard of a golf bum before?
I know a tennis bum. Is that the same thing?
Well, something like that, yeah. Except usually tennis bums have been champs at tennis. Now, a golf bum can have been a champ at anything. I'm a boxing champ who works the golf circuit.
Works it?
Yeah, that's right. I go from watering hole to watering hole, wherever a guy's willing to pick up the tab for a weekend or a week. He gets to introduce the champ as his golfing buddy, and I get to stay in the best hotels, plus a little cash on the side. I do all right.
Oh.
It isn't as degrading as it sounds, really, sweetheart. I'm a trophy to them, I know that. But they need a trophy, and I need the bread.
We're all set. Be off time.
You still a big knocker?
Well, we'll see.
Okay. Sounds like hustler talk to me. Listen, June and I'll give you 3 strokes a side with just at the end of 9, maybe $20 Nassau.
Good.
Nice shot, Mac.
Okay, Sally.
Boy, that was fabulous. Well, I hope mine goes there. Oh. Listen, I think I'll walk.
Okay.
There's nothing lonelier than the game of golf.
Would you believe she's been taking lessons? Not only that, she's improved.
Hey, I've been reading about that jewel thief of yours. Sounds like you got yourself quite an operator.
Yeah, he's good, all right.
Have you been able to trace any of the loot?
We checked every known fence. All the diamond cutters. We just about decided he's cutting them himself.
Right, could be. Beautiful.
Nice shot, Mac.
Nice, Freddie. Very nice.
That's my partner.
Okay, Sally, sock it to him.
Played that just right. You told me look down, I looked down. Don't take your eye off the ball, I didn't take my eye off the ball. I kept my arm straight.
I think Sally ought to take an axe with her in there. You know, thinking about the way your thief loves to perform at parties, he kind of reminds me of the Dutchman. Remember him?
Yeah.
Who's the Dutchman?
One of the biggest jewel thieves in Europe, till Interpol made it too hot for him.
What's he look like?
Yeah, if we knew, we'd grab him. No one's ever even seen a photo of him.
Well, I saw him once.
You did?
Yeah, it was on my triumphant European tour. I remember thinking, he looked so young to be doing so well.
You saw him, huh?
Yeah.
Would you recognize him if you saw him again?
Well, I think so.
I think I'll pay my wife a visit.
Right, see you on the green.
Sally,
Oh, Mac, you're gonna love it here. It's so secluded.
here, let me show you.
You better stand a little closer.
I am standing closer. Can't get any closer.
Well, the golf pro always does when he teaches me.
I pay for that?
Darling, it's worth it. I couldn't even get into the trees before he began.
Standing so close.
Right.
Okay, now look. Like that. See?
Oh, I get it.
Sally,
Yeah.
you know how you've always wanted to show off the new house?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how would you like to give a party? I mean, a really posh party. Invite the prominent. All 65 of them, and their diamonds.
What are you up to?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Freddie thinks he might be able to identify the Dutchman.
You're kidding, Freddie.
Excuse me, have you seen an extra ball around here?
No, we haven't.
Oh, okay.
Do you think he was listening?
I'm going to talk to Freddie about the party. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll be here. Oh.
How's Sally?
Oh, she's having a wonderful time. Say, Freddie, we'd like to give you a party in San Francisco. Invite some of our well-jeweled friends. The kind of a party that someone like the Dutchman couldn't resist. Are you free?
Sounds like a ball.
Mac, look out!
Look out! My wife just got out of the rough.
Hey, Freddie, you're really gonna love San Francisco.
Yeah?
I want you to know you can change your mind at any time.
Oh, don't worry about me, baby. I've been missing the ring. I'm ready for a little action.
That about does it, Commissioner.
Yeah, sure does. Thanks.
You're welcome.
See you in the shower.
Okay, baby.
Oh, Champ, I've been looking all over for you.
Oh, hi, Boris. I ran into a buddy.
Yeah? Well, I got a couple of buddies that are just dying to meet you. So get dressed and make it quick.
Sorry, Boris. After we get through here, my friend wants me to have a drink with him.
Look, I don't care what your friend wants. I'm the one who's footing the bills around here, and it's what I want. And I want you to get it on down to the clubhouse and meet these two guys, Champ.
Hey, we can have our drink later on, Freddie.
No, we'll have it as planned. Get lost, Boris. Get yourself another champ.
Now, don't you make the mistake of trying to knock on my door later.
I never knocked on your door in the first place, Buster. You did all the knocking.
There goes your meal ticket.
Who's hungry?
Since when you start hanging around with police commissioners, Freddie?
Well, Mac wasn't always one. He just got to be one somewhere along the line.
Huh? How come you?
Well, I've met a lot of people in my time, and I got a memory for faces. Oh, I gotta tell you, Boo, that's the worst massage I ever had. How do you keep your job?
Just another pretty face.
Oh.
Okay, Johnny, take your break now.
Right.
Who is June, Freddie?
I thought you knew her. She sure seemed like she knew you.
That's always happening to me. I'm forever reminding people of someone they think they know. Just hope we didn't talk too much about the Dutchman in front of her. Can she be trusted?
Well, I hope so. She's the daughter of an L.A. police commissioner.
Oh, that June. Enemies, Freddie?
I didn't think so, but that would indicate yes.
The sooner I get you into police custody, the better I'll feel.
Usually flying makes me nervous, but today I find it very soothing.
I usually find it soothing, too, but I wish that somebody would tell me what the rush is all about.
It's important to get Freddie to San Francisco as quickly and as safely as possible, that's all.
That's all. You're telling me that's all, but I know there's more to it. The reason you're telling me that's all is because you don't want to frighten me.
That's right. Because when I do tell you, it does frighten you.
Somebody's trying to kill us.
No.
Well, I feel better already.
Somebody's trying to kill me.
Mac?
You're frightened.
Well, why would anybody want to kill Freddie? The Dutchman.
Look at that jerk, will you? Miles and nothing, and he's crowding us. Hey, Red Baron, whoever you are, you're crowding the airline. Watch it.
If that's the Dutchman, he really intends to get me. This thing?
I'm gonna try.
See the Red Baron.
Maybe we lost him when we went through those clouds back there.
Mike, that was first class. How many lessons you had?
6.
You did that with 6 lessons? That's wonderful.
You haven't heard what number 7 was.
How to land. Hello? Hello, anyone?
Mayday, mayday. Come in, anyone.
I'll level around. You're killing me.
Hey, you came to just in time for lesson number 7.
How do you feel?
Not good.
You feel strong enough to land it?
I think I'm about to black out again.
Before you black out, can you tell me how to land this?
I can't. Call the control tower for instructions.
I can't. The radio's out. Sprung a gas leak, too. We'll have to land it somewhere. Looks like a good place. Here, Sally. Read me the checklist.
The checklist. The checklist. Read the checklist. Before starting engines, before taxiing, before taking off.
That's the pre-flight check. Read me the part about landing.
Climb, cruise, before landing in range. Oh, here it is. Okay. Before landing. Gear down, locked.
Gear down. Locked.
Green light visual.
Green light visual.
Hide press. What's that?
Hydraulic pressure.
Oh. Gear and systems.
Pressure's okay.
Mixtures. Auto rich.
Full rich, okay.
Prop controls, low pitch.
Prop control, low pitch.
Wow, you got that good. Flaps 1/4 down.
Flaps, 1/4 down.
No smoking sign on.
Oh, Sally.
You said to read the list. It's right here on the list.
All right, that completes it. Hold tight, everyone.
What's that?
Red light. The landing gear is coming back up. I must have hit the switch when I set the flaps. Okay. Landing gear down. Green light on. Here we go.
Come on, number 7.
Mac, that was fantastic.
Beautiful job, Mac. Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Beautiful, Mac. Beautiful.
We made it?
Yeah, how do you feel?
Not any better. I don't suppose we made it to San Francisco.
Not quite.
Now listen, the commissioner should be back in about 2 hours, so you better take a look at this group of characters one more time.
Okay, I'll get right on it, Sarge.
Yes, Ann?
It's the commissioner on line 4.
Thank you. Hello, sir. Yes, sir. What? You landed where? You landed the airplane. Well, wasn't that dangerous, sir? I will. Goodbye, sir. Ann, I want a heli ambulance to Yorba Linda to pick up a wounded pilot and the commissioner's party. I'm going to need 6 men to meet them at the San Francisco airport. I want a car for myself, and I want 4 men to go to the Hotel Taylor and make security preparations.
Yes, sir.
He landed it himself.
Now, what about the plane?
All we know is that it was a stolen plane, sir, and that they deserted it in the desert.
Well, it ain't much, but it's safe.
Sure, baby. That's what my manager said when he arranged my last fight.
You mean with that kid called Clay?
Right.
Well, I'll try not to lead you into a mismatch, Freddie. Come on in, right? We got some shopping to do.
What a marvelous dinner.
Here. Try this on for dessert.
What is it? Oh, Mac! That's gorgeous. Fits perfectly. You've never done anything like this before. Thank you. Thank you.
Except you can't keep it. It goes back after the party.
I know. It's just that you've never done anything like this before.
Oh, excuse me, back later.
Oh, Mildred, come here and see what Mac bought me.
Wow, what a rock. What'd that set you back, Commissioner?
50 big ones, Mildred.
50,000?
But be careful whom you tell it. We wouldn't want a visit from our local jewel thief. Might be a little embarrassing.
Got the message, Commissioner. Say, what's the occasion? I didn't miss your birthday, did I, Mrs. McMillan?
No occasion, Mildred.
Oh, you did something that bad, huh, Commissioner?
I just happen to love my wife.
Well, sure, don't we all?
Five,
Four,
three, two. Contact, she's calling Agnes. Then in alphabetical order, Beatrice, Clarissa, Dot, and Elsbeth. It'll be inside the back door of every home on the hill before midnight.
Oh, would you like to look at our list, how it's coming along so far?
Mm-hmm. Peter Childs, what's he doing on this list? You know I hate his food.
Darling, he's the inn caterer.
Yeah, inn caterer, yes, I know.
You know, he could be the Dutchman. You know, he's been at all the parties, and he's always the first to arrive and the last to leave.
Well, somehow I can't see the Dutchman slaving over a hot kitchen stove.
You've never made crab ragoon. It takes a very light touch.
Okay, I'll put him down, right into the surgeon who does a knot with one hand.
Do you think he could be the Dutchman?
Well, that's a possibility. One of the things we know about the Dutchman is he's very adept with his hands, as is the surgeon.
Well, then you better put down the matador. Remember what Sergeant Enright said about how handy he was with a cape.
Everybody's suspect.
This party is getting exciting. I'm going to have to go out and look for a dress to go with my ring. Well, I can't very well go to a party with John Thomas Clark and his mistress without looking special.
And that's another one, Clark. Think of the dexterity needed to make those mobiles.
Oh, that's ridiculous. You're just suspicious of everyone who wants to give me lessons.
Yeah, right.
Lessons. Oh, I'm booked for a golf lesson tomorrow.
That is it. I'm going to bed before I say something I might regret. It's early. You don't have to come to bed if you don't want to.
Darling, I'm not going to take golf lessons to follow you all around the course and then not follow you to bed.
Okay. Straight back. Well, I think that's all for today, Mrs. McMillan.
Tell me, Buck, am I getting any better?
No. I'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right. Good. Good, Miss Wilson. Fine.
Miss McMillan?
Yeah.
It was found on the windshield of her car, sir. We also found the car that they used. It was stolen. No fingerprints. We're checking with our underworld contacts, sir, but again, so far, nothing. I'm afraid we're going to have to treat this like any other kidnapping, sir. We'll just have to wait till they get in touch with us, and then we can set up arrangements for the swap.
If the Dutchman is determined to get me, he will, now or later. If you ain't careful, it could be me and Sally. Now, stop worrying about me, will you? I can take care of myself, but she can't. Look, Mac, I never backed away from a match in my life. I want to tangle with a Dutchman. I was a champ, baby. You're forgetting that. So, that's the way it's gonna be. Hey, Mac, I'm a free agent. There ain't no way that you can hold me here. So you either arrange that swap right now with the Dutchman, or I'm walking out of here and making my own deal with him. And you know I can't. Look, I want that lady of yours back where she belongs. I don't like the company she's keeping right now.
Oh. I don't suppose this stuff looks as bad as it tastes. I know you're there. I can hear you breathing. How long is this silent treatment gonna last, anyway? I don't suppose I could reach you with a little, I guess not. You're right. Why bother to make friends? We have no time. I'm gonna be out of here by tomorrow anyway, right? Right? Hello? Thanks, Freddie.
Is the policeman who accidentally shot O'Neill on suspension, Commissioner?
Yes, he is.
Mrs. McMillan, I know how you must feel, but would you mind giving us a statement?
I didn't see anything. I was blindfolded the whole time. They had, those stocking things over their heads when they kidnapped me.
Well, how many men were there?
McMillan? I don't know, two in the car.
Mrs.
McMillan? I don't know, Mac. I don't know. Can't we just go home? I don't want to answer anymore.
Yes, of course.
Commissioner, is it true that Freddie O'Neill was your only lead in all these recent jewel thefts?
Yes, it's true. I'll give you a statement in a minute. Honey, the mayor insists I make a full report. Why don't you go on home and I'll join you as soon as I can?
Can we ask her just a few more questions?
Not now. She's exhausted. Take her home, Tom.
What about O'Neill? Did he agree to the swap or was he forced into it?
He insisted on it, gentlemen.
No, wait a minute, Commissioner. We still don't have a
And so, a stray bullet by a policeman in the tragic confusion of the swap for Mrs. Sally McMillan cost the battling Irishman, Freddie O'Neill, his life. But we repeat, Police Commissioner McMillan's wife has been safely returned.
Thank you, George, for your on-the-spot report. Tonight, in tribute to a real champion, this station is proud to present highlights of Freddie O'Neill's boxing career. This was Freddie's first match as a professional against Kid Larson. He won by a knockout in the 5th round and established himself as a major contender. Within a period of 6 years, Freddie O'Neill had fought 14 main events.
Hello, Mildred. How is she?
I gave her a double shot of hot milk and a little sleeping pill. Something ought to work.
Freddie's fans will remember his bout with Vic Armstrong when he scored a spectacular knockout in the 7th round and earned him the shot at the middleweight championship. He shocked the boxing world by defeating Hal Stenson for the middleweight championship. This fighting Irishman had a heart of gold and a helping hand for any friend in need. He had great confidence in the young people of today. Whenever he wasn't in training or...
Sally. And try Mrs. McMillan for me again, will you please?
I just did, sir. The line's still busy.
And that's with 2 phones in the house. She slept all night. She's been talking all morning. I haven't even had a chance to talk to her. Keep trying, Ann.
Oh, thank you so much. If you just give me your number, maybe I could call you as soon as the arrangements have been made. All right. Thank you very much, sir. Goodbye.
Oh, more telegrams. How many people do you suppose the Irishman knew?
Incredible. Who do you suppose they all are? What do they do?
Well, this one is signed Sugar LaLure. I can guess what she does.
I think they'll all be at the funeral.
Well, sure. Everybody loves a fighter. There aren't many left today.
Poor Freddie. He certainly did die the way he lived. I wish there was something I could do for him to really thank him.
Well, he'll have a nice funeral. And that's all any Irishman asks of life.
Mildred, that's it. We're gonna have a wake. A real Irish wake. And we're gonna invite all of Freddie's friends.
All of them? Even Sugar LaLure?
All of them. They were all friends of Freddie's, and he would want them there.
Listen, Mrs. McMillan, I spotted some pretty well-known gamblers in there and some out-and-out gangsters.
Well, any friend of Freddie's. Miss Commissioner McMillan, please.
Well, we're not going to put out that silver we polished.
Oh, yes, we are. It's going to be a very elegant wake.
Yes, Ann.
Mrs. McMillan on 3.
Thank you. Hi, honey.
Hi, Mac. You wouldn't believe the telephone calls and the telegrams we've had about Freddie.
How are you, okay?
I'm gonna be fine, especially now. I've come up with a lovely idea for Freddie.
Oh?
Mac, we're gonna have a wake for Freddie. A real Irish wake, and we're gonna have it at our house, and we're gonna invite all of his friends. What do you think? Don't say no.
Oh, no, I was just, well, you haven't really met any of his friends, you know.
I know, but I've talked to most of them on the phone. The phone hasn't stopped ringing all day. Please, Mac?
Oh, well, that's not a bad idea. It's a good idea. Go ahead, begin making plans. Freddie deserves the best.
Thanks, Mac.
I'll be right home. I have something very important to tell you. And Sally, I think it's a great idea.
I knew you'd be pleased, Mac.
Bye. We may get our shot at the Dutchman after all.
How's that, sir?
We're going to have a wake for Freddie O'Neill.
Oh. A wake? That's where the casket is open, isn't it?
Yes, I know it. Would you please stop crying, Mr. Tippolino? All right, Tippy. I know it was a great loss for all of us. Your brother. Yes, you know, I had that same feeling myself. Hi, darling.
Hi.
Oh, no, I wasn't. No, I was, your cousin felt the same way, too. Oh. Well, sure, we'd be glad to have them. Here, let me put that down. Okay. Thanks a lot. All right. It was an honor talking to you, too. Okay, Tippy. Bye-bye.
Tippy?
Are you talking to Louis Tipolino, the restaurant owner?
He is such a sweet man.
He's the biggest crook in town.
Why isn't he in jail?
That's how crooked he is. He makes it look legal.
Well, I had to invite him to Freddie's wake. He sent such a sweet wire.
Look, about the guest list. Why do you invite the people we were going to invite to Freddie's party, too? How would you like that?
That would be a fabulous idea. Freddie would have liked that. You know, also, I think it'll add a little class to our wake.
It's just the way he put it.
Our wake could use a little. He put it. For what? When?
Why don't you sit down, Sally? I'll pour you a drink.
I don't want to sit down, and I certainly don't want to drink.
Freddie's alive.
I think I'll sit down.
And I'll pour you a drink.
I think I'll drink it. What do you mean, Freddie's alive?
Our men were using blanks. The whole thing was staged to make it look real.
How could you do that?
I know it was a terrible thing to put you through, Sally, but I had to.
Couldn't you trust me enough to have let me in on it?
Oh, sure. If I'd known where the kidnappers were holding you, I'd have phoned you.
You always let me in on everything. You could have given me a signal in the alley. You could have winked.
Oh, sure. You see? It had to be a perfect performance to fool the Dutchman, and he was out there somewhere watching. You, Freddie, me, all of us. I couldn't risk it after what you'd been through. And the only way to keep Freddie alive was to convince the Dutchman that Freddie was dead.
I can understand that. Where's Freddie now?
Safe, out of sight, and under police protection. And looking forward to the wake more than anybody, with the possible exception of the Dutchman.
Is he going to be there?
Well, that's what we're counting on. We'll have mourners wearing diamonds of every shape and size, begged, borrowed, and stolen, probably.
With Freddie playing dead and identifying the Dutchman at the same time? Mac.
You can do it. And we're counting on you, too.
Oh, now that I know Freddie's alive, I'll be fine. Sorry I got so upset before.
Oh, I can understand that.
Oh, Mac, I think I've come up with a clue myself.
Yeah?
Of course, I couldn't see or hear anything when I was hostage, but I could taste. And they fed me a stew that was so awful that if she ever cooked for me again, I know that I could spot her.
She? Why do you say she?
Why do I say she? Why do I say she?
I don't know. You're the one who said it. What are you doing?
I'm sniffing.
Well, I can tell you're sniffing, but why are you sniffing?
Perfume. There was perfume everywhere they took me. That's why I said she. Mac, that's it. The Dutchman is a Dutch woman.
That's a possibility. Could you recognize that perfume?
Odor, please, odor. It's unforgettable. I'll tell you another thing. I was very discreet when I was sniffing. I remember being very discreet. I'm almost sure that no one knew that I was sniffing. Aren't you proud of me? I've cracked the case.
Yeah, well, it's a beginning. Your real work comes tomorrow night when you have to sniff your way through that wake.
Oh, I can't wait to get a look at that woman that would wear that kind of perfume. Oh, her escorts must be drugged by the end of the evening.
Maybe that's her technique.
How would you like to see a little bit of my technique? Okay?
Hey.
How are you? Oh. Ah. Let's see. Ooh, it looks so confining.
Well, it's soft.
How about one for the road?
Oh, yeah. Hey, do you think you could figure some way to slip me a couple of these while I'm on the road?
Well, this is something I never thought I'd see.
Well, it ain't bad. A lot more comfortable than some beds I've been in.
I think you look cute.
I bet you say that to all the corpses.
She does. Except this is the first time a corpse has talked back. Are you really comfortable, Freddie?
Yeah, except I don't know why I had to come in the formal.
Oh, that was my idea. Lie down. I'm a little nervous about that mirror.
Well, I think it's great. I can see practically the whole room.
Sure, practically the whole room can see you. What if they catch you breathing?
That's why I brought some extra flowers to put all over the top of them. Then I'm going to take these candelabra and put them in close so people can't get close.
Good idea.
I counted the silver, and I'm going to count it again when the evening's over.
Here, Sally.
Gotcha. Ready, Freddie? I hope you're not allergic.
You can't call me canvas back now.
This is one fight you lost. Hold on. What do you think?
Do I get up when the bell rings?
You know what? I think it's gonna work. Can't even tell he's breathing.
Dreadful house. I don't know which
which I despise more, the exterior or the interior?
I don't mind the house so much as I do the people. It's a whole new breed of parasites. Funeral crashers.
Any luck?
Not yet.
Watch it. I can see your lips moving.
I still don't think this is such a good idea, boss. I mean, the police commissioner's own home?
I'd risk anything for Freddie O'Neill.
Oh, yeah? I ain't never met no Irishman, alive or dead, worth going to jail for.
I've never seen so much drinking at a party for a live person.
Is this your first wake?
And my last. I'm going to be cremated. Oh, ladies, be sure and try the crab rangoon. And you there, speed it up with the coffee.
Commissioner? Oh. I'd like to take several of these characters in for questioning right now.
I know what you mean, Henry.
Looks almost as good dead as he did alive.
He looks better.
I'll take that.
What?
That carving set up your sleeve.
Oh, I'm with the catering set.
I'm with the police commissioner.
Was he anyway?
I have no idea. You're the one that accepted the invitation.
It's me.
Oh, hi, Mildred.
There lies a man who says he never threw a fight to Freddie O'Neill. A fake and a fraud.
What's your name?
Enright, man.
Enright, man. Oh, that's a beautiful name. I really like that name.
Good evening. You ever seen how folks dance
You getting smashed?
No.
You're fogging up the mirror. Any luck?
Still sniffing.
Well, you're ready. You're ready. You're a beautiful boy. Movies, Las Vegas, you name it.
Hey, Mac. Mac, remember when you said anytime I need a favor?
Listen, you're really ready. You know, I don't want to coerce you. If I snap my fingers the wrong
Listen
way,
to
you know,
him.
you
Why
know-
don't you gentlemen have a drink in the bar?
Oh, anything you say, Commissioner.
Excuse me, but where do I know you from?
Well, I've been working on this picture at Universal.
This party's worse than yours.
I agree.
Mrs. McMillan?
Sally, you really must do something about that cold.
Oh, Francis, it's just one of those 24-hour bugs. I'm sure it'll be gone tomorrow.
Oh, Francis, a familiar face, thank goodness. Isn't this the most ghastly party you've ever been in? And the people here. You know, there's this one dreadful woman who goes around sniffing. Has she sniffed you?
Yes.
Well, you know, anytime you accept an invitation to a police commissioner's home, you have to be very careful.
Mrs. McMillan, it's the bees. I never hoped I'd be lucky enough to find my hostess at all this.
She's the hostess of this thing?
Lamphy.
Oh, that's okay. I agree with Miss Sims. This is a terrible party.
Well, not really, as wakes go.
Well, couldn't we go, John?
You'll have to forgive Lamphy. She's not at her best at parties, or anywhere else for that matter.
Well, I think you forgot one thing.
Always living in the past, Lamphy. I hope you haven't lost your interest in mobiles, Mrs. McMillan. I'd love you to come to my studio tomorrow if you can get away.
I wish I could get away right now.
Well, I think we could arrange that, too.
Oh, tomorrow would be fine.
Good. Shall we say about noon, then?
Fine.
Bye.
Now watch.
Doctor, you're not doing your good old one-handed knot trick again, are you?
But this gentleman begged me to show it to him, Commissioner.
He did.
Did I hurt you, fella?
What's the matter? How could they be, Francis? Your ears are pierced.
I told you this was a bad idea.
Okay, let's go.
Hold it, everybody! Hold it! Everybody! Enright, lock the doors.
All right, now, quiet. Just a minute.
All right, everybody. The ladies will go upstairs, please. The gentlemen will stay down here.
We know the procedure, Commissioner.
Matt, what is the procedure?
Procedure? After a fruitless search and a dismal failure, and after the Dutchman has been victorious again, we are going to get smashed.
San Francisco's master jewel thief struck again last night, and this time at the home of Police Commissioner Stuart McMillan. Stolen was a pair of earrings valued at $100,000, removed from the pierced ears of Mrs. Frances Miley, wife of the famed financier Carter Miley. The heist took place at the wake of battling Freddie O'Neill, accidentally gunned down by police as he was being exchanged for the kidnapped wife of the police commissioner. A search of all the guests proved futile, and San Francisco's mysterious jewel thief has been successful once again.
Great picture. Who turned that on?
I think it's been on all night.
Oh, that's better. I'll set it later. Should I bring either of you, you'll pardon the expression, something to eat?
Oh, that's where the ice pack is.
I was bringing it to you.
Oh, never mind. I think if I just sit down, that ought to do it.
I was watching The Late Show. Excuse me.
Goodbye, Doc.
Good heavens, I'm late for surgery.
Who was that?
Just another guest who didn't know when to leave.
Oh, I'm never giving another party. I can't get that clock in focus.
I can't even get you into focus.
I don't know what time it is. I told John Thomas Clark that I'd drop by his studio for a lesson in mechanical mobiles at 12 o'clock.
The way your hands are shaking?
Well, it's modern art, Mildred. I think shaking hands could be an asset.
First, you've got a morning of sniffing ahead of you.
Oh, Mac, even my nose has a hangover.
I'm sorry, Sally, but your nose is the only clue we've got.
No, this isn't it.
Madam, if you could just be a little more specific.
Well, that's all I can tell you.
You know, you've already sniffed $30 worth.
Mac?
You find it?
No, darling. Could you please pay this lady $30?
Oh, hi, Mac.
Hi.
Oh, well, seeing it's you. We're such old friends. No charge.
Has she always been this reasonable?
Oh. No. Well, this is... I'm sorry. This is very new and quite unique. I'm not the regular girl here, you know.
No, this isn't it, but it's very nice. Do you have anything else?
Just a moment. Here, try these.
Oh, this is very unusual. Here.
Is it?
No. What's this called?
Oh, dear. That's my medicine.
Oh.
You know, maybe I should try to find you somebody with a little bit more experience. Oh, if you could just describe to someone who knew exactly what you wanted, then, just a moment, please.
Isn't she cute? I like her.
Yeah, but she does seem a little incompetent.
I know, but I like her because she doesn't know you.
Can I help you? Oh, hi, Mac.
Yes, what we wanted was someone with a little more experience, huh?
May I help you, sir? Oh, hello, Mac. It's nice to see you again. Oh, no, that's not for you, honey. Why don't you try some of this, huh?
I don't think we'll find anything here, Mac. Wait a minute. What is this? This is it. This is the odor.
This is a man's cologne.
I know. That's what's so strange. I thought it was a perfume. It turns out it was a cologne.
I'll take that bottle, please. Charge it.
We're onto something.
Freddie. Freddie, wake up. Wake
up. Oh, hi, Mac. Ooh, I wish I were dead. Well, I don't think I could live through another week.
Here, smell this.
What? You want me to smell like Bull Dunham?
Bull uses this cologne, doesn't he?
He did that day at the Springs.
Do you know where he's staying while he's in the city?
He said he was at Rocky's.
Rocky's gym?
Mac, is that the smell that Sally was looking for?
Yeah, I think so.
You think Bull is the Dutchman?
No, he's not that bright. But he could be working for the Dutchman or something. I'll go over to Rocky.
No, well, you know, if Bull thinks that you're pumping him, he'll just forget how to talk.
I'm going to tell him how thoughtful you were to remember him in your will.
That bum after he insulted me at my own wake? Ow.
Freddie thought a lot of you, Bull.
Ah, the poor guy.
One of the last things he said, he wanted to give you his boxing gloves. First pair he ever used.
He wanted to give them to me? Yeah?
Yeah. I'll mail them to you down in the Springs.
Yes, well, I'll hang them on the wall in the massage room. Put a picture of Freddie up there, too.
Hey, Freddie would like that.
I'm gonna miss that, Bull.
Yeah, we all are. Nice cologne, Bull.
Hey, lower your voice, will you? I've been taking enough razzing from the bums in here about this smell.
Oh, I like it.
You do?
Yeah. Where can I buy some?
I don't know. If you want some, I'll ask Mr. Clark where he gets it.
Mr. Clark?
Hey, you know, that sculptor guy.
Oh, John Thomas Clark. Oh, present?
Yeah, last time he was down in Springs, he just brought it down.
When was that, Bull?
The same time you... What is it you want anyway, Mr. Commissioner? You know,
Well, one of the first things I want is to put you under arrest, Bull.
Hey, nice swings, fella. Got a manager? All you need
All
is...
I need is a phone.
Come on in, the door is open. Mrs. McMillan. Welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
The artist at work, I see.
Well, I'm afraid it's little more than a trade these days. Created by the demands of the marketplace. Art is nothing but a business.
Well, a very good one for you. This is a fantastic studio.
Yes, it is very well equipped. How do you like my latest monstrosity? Electrically run. I call it Cycle of Life. The title alone doubles the price. You like my cologne?
Yes. Do you know that I have been looking for that scent for my husband? Isn't it a coincidence that you happen to have it on?
And last night at the wake, were you looking for it then too?
Last night?
Lanthy told me you were sniffing all evening. I assumed you had a cold. Now I realize you didn't.
No, I do. I thought it was one of those 24-hour things, you know, but I guess I'm gonna have it for a while. Maybe I better go before I expose you, you know.
Oh, Mrs. McMillan, I suspect I'm already exposed.
You're the Dutchman.
I'm the Dutchman.
How do you do it? I mean, what with all those detectives looking at the safe and everything?
Illusion, my dear. Like my mobiles. You think you see something when you don't. No one saw me take the diamond at the party because I didn't. I took it just before the party, when I came to install the mobile. But society creates its own heroes. Everyone wanted to believe that I could open a safe in full view of a crowd. That excited them tremendously, and so they believed it.
Oh.
Sally.
Oh, Mac the Dutchman. How are you?
Fine. I'd like to shake hands with you, Freddie.
I know what you mean. My hands were bandaged for a month after my fight with Stonehead Kelly.
Oh, yeah?
Stonehead Kelly?
That's how I got the bandages.
Oh. You better give me a big hug, Freddie, because I think my man's going to be out of action for the next couple of weeks.
May I?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think that's my cab.
We're gonna miss you, Freddie. Have a good time, Waikiki.
Oh, I will. I spent several weeks in the cuff with Muggsy. He's first class. It ain't such a bad life, sweetheart.
Oh.
Dropped your guard again. Stay well now.
Bye, Freddie. Aloha.
Bye.
Isn't Freddie great? We're really going to miss him.
Do you really mean that about my being out of action for weeks?
Well, Mac, it is a little tricky with bandages on your hands.
Look, Ma, no hands.
Looks good.
Ra ngoài thì cút. Không sao thầy ơi. Phải bỏ 2 con ngoan đi đấy, không thua mất. 15 máu thôi, đánh đổi rồi. Con 3 rồi. Đánh đổi rồi. AC1 trên AC2 là bên rồi. Hàng từ hàng tông ta chưa làm chủ rồi. Làm trên của nó này. Đấy vẫn khỏe, vẫn khỏe. Nhớ chua vẫn khỏe. Không yếu đâu. Để đấy. Ông hai cái đéo ở đây đâu chết. Ông hai mà không chết vậy. Áo nó. Bài biết. Ui ông không chết lại. What the hell? Ô, ấn pháp sư. Cả một cái bút dòng ông hai không chết. Xuân tỏ. À, nghe. Số 6. Chat game. Chùa chat game. Có 23 mặt tiền, 23 điểm không mất hết điểm. Ba lát. Mà từ nên đủ tiền lên ăn chơi nhỉ. Nếu sắp 2 lần nữa mà khoảng bao nhiêu? Khoảng là tầm 250. Là không đủ nên 5.5x tốc độ sử binh. Mình không thầy ơi. Đó mình củ sắn rồi. Gì vậy thầy? Này 125 à? 205 rồi. Cộng gì đây? Tạm mới nâng cấp tất cả nâng cấp cho một lần mình. Rồi xoay bài tự động không? Lấy bạc rồi anh lấy xoay bài tự động ấy. $180 à? Vách. Không được á. Vách. Được, lấy còn. Như đi quát này, 215 nắp à? 25 à? 25. 35 không? Được cộng 10 này, 30 rồi, thừa 30. 10 này. 229 ạ. Đó thì mà thừa 30. Không mua à? Cái mày gì luôn. Thần tài này. Thần tài lên, chờ nhỉ. Thần tài lên. Thần tài đến. Bay. 120 rồi. Lần một lượt bớt. Cái gì đấy? Máy lỗ à? Máy lỗ sao? Nổ máy. Đéo vào đây. Không được rét à? Tính như thầy. Đặt để nó đã xuống à? Chọn đất. Perfect. Good landing rồi à? 100 lắm à? Thầy ngồi thể chỉnh cho nó phải good landing mấy lượt. Rồi. Cantik banget. Ini jangan asal. Ya. Ini dia lek-lek kayak sama sih. Cô đông. Good landing. Nhéo vậy, đừng nói. Áo choàng bạc, độc dược sĩ. Được lại mất chất hồi phục. Tôi sẽ thành vác cái điều lính. Áo choàng bạc này. Xong đâu? Ui. Thần tài ngay.
আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শুন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না? তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই?
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস। এই, আসো। বড় এই কি তোরা সকালবেলা এরকম কাঁদতেছিস কেন? আব্বাও কাঁদতেছে, আম্মাও কাঁদতেছে। কিছু আম্মা কি সকালবেলা কি সিরিয়াল দেখা শুরু করছে? তাহলে কিছু চুরি হয়েছে বাসায়? কেউ মারা গেছে? কেউ কি মরার আগে হসপিটালে অ্যাডমিট হয়েছে? তাহলে কি হয়েছে? সবাই এরকম আয়োজন করে কাঁদতেছে কেন?
বাবা মা বলতেছে আমার নাকি পড়াশোনার দরকার নাই, ধান থাকলে নাকি ধানের মাঝে চিটাও থাকে, আমি নাকি চিটা।
হ্যাঁ, তোর তো ঠিকই বলছে। আর তুই কখনো দেখছো আব্বা আম্মা পোলাপানের সাথে মিথ্যা কথা বলে?
ভাই কি ওই কথা কইছে? কইছে আমার 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়ে করা লাগবে, বিয়ে করে 9 মাসের মধ্যে বাচ্চা পয়দা দেওয়া লাগবে।
মাত্র 9 মাস টাইম দিছে? তুই তো নির্ঘাত ফেল করবি। মানে তোর যে পড়াশোনার কন্ডিশন, তুই 9 মাসের সাথে তোর আরো মিনিমাম 4 মাস টাইম দেওয়া লাগবে, তারপর যদি 12। আকার দোকানদাররা অবশ্য নতুন যারা বিয়ে করে তাকে চেয়ার দিকে তাকায় থাকে 2 পয়সা ইনকামের জন্য। তোর দিয়ে সেটাও হবে না, তুই চিন্তা বাদ। হ্যাঁ বল।
তুইও?
কি?
আমি আগে সন্দেহ করছিলাম তুই আমার মায়ের পেটের ভাই না। মায়ের পেটের ভাই হলে তুই এরকম করে কথা বলতে পারতি না। তোর আমার না কোনো মিল নাই, না আছে স্বভাবের মিল, না আছে চরিত্রের মিল, না আছে তোর এই যে চেহারার মিল, গায়ের কালারের মিল, কোনো কিছু মিল নাই। বাইকটা
শোন, আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শুন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না? আমি তোমার জীবনের বাধা। তোরা কেউ আমার ভালো চাস না, তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই।
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস। শোন, আমি তোর ছোট হিসেবে চাই তুই আব্বা আম্মার কথাটা শোন, তুই 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়েটা কর, আমি কবজি ডুবায়া তোর বিয়ের কাচ্চি খাবো, বুঝছস? এই, আসো।
Này, sao thế nhỉ? Sao thế ít ít nhỉ? Nổ boom. Chuẩn không mày? Chuẩn rồi. Không quá rồi. Rồi, cút. Xong, cút. Meo 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 meo. Cái gì đấy? Lò đắc bù bù làm mau vậy anh? Chuẩn không vậy. Thầy lái nha, thầy lái tốc độ cao xem con lái không? Từ từ, mày lái hả? Xít được. So ride a car in high speed đấy. Chuẩn không? Hay á? Không được. Giữ tốc độ cao. Tốc độ cao đét mà. Rồi một lần, hai lần, lần thứ hai. 300 lap à? 400 lap. Chuẩn không thầy? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Ui ui, tốc độ cao đấy. 378 lap cho 400. Này à, bắt đầu thua. Thua, bài khỏe đấy. 2299 á. Bài đấu sĩ á. Mình lắp vào mày đừng méo ăn uống đầy đủ nhỉ. Thằng này được ăn uống đầy đủ. 2299 là phải không? Không. Tự đầu chuyển hóa bàn đấu. Hả? Đúng đi em.
Đúng.
Ô, phải chấm. Đây em. Full rồi.
Chuẩn bị ăn đi sang xuống dưới.
Không biết. Ok thầy ơi, mày sẽ ra ở cát. Lâu rồi, 15 phút. Well played bro. Lái luôn đấy, lái bình vua lái racing boy. Nhốt luôn, chết không? Ngồi đi. Đéo đi à? Vào nó kèm rất siêu linh. Đéo đủ mana để chết. Phải không? Cũng là khỏe rồi, không ra. Đấy cái bài gì với cả Nautilus 2. Cảnh vệ này. 3 cảnh vệ rồi. 4 cảnh vệ. Cảnh vệ 2 luôn. Mình biết. Tưởng ra cái gì á? Có cảnh vệ à? Ui, bài này đánh As cảnh vệ nhờ. Hóa cung xanh à? Được phết. As cảnh vệ. Nó thì lướt này. As cảnh vệ rồi. Đánh chung bài 4 tranh. Cảnh vệ As cảnh vệ thì sẽ là phần đâu rồi? What the hell? Catlin đâu? Đây. Đây. Không biết sao mình nhớ mà. Kệ đi. Cứ cho cảnh vệ vào đã. Bùi gỡ. Bùi gỡ. Rồi, vừa đủ. Vừa đẹp. Cung xanh này. Vô cực rồi. Cung xanh vô cực với cả cuồng đao à? Dấu có cuồng đao, xít có. Chắc là chim có rồi. Chắc thế. 82 máu à? Trốn nhỉ? Sẽ một chút trốn đấy. Mình sẽ lái cái này trước. Ok. Tốc độ cao đét. Ok được rồi. Cảnh vậy à? Có nhà đánh sư danh hóa này nó phải át à? Chưa ai cái quả át à? Cái đánh lắc này cũng không phải thôi, không ai át thì lụ. Lụm Nissan luôn mà xin ra chơi. Nắp tổ xin ra tạm đi. Xin là ra tỷ đấu sĩ này. Mình mà đánh thì nhầm, trở thành đấu sĩ tiếp và ra 1 tỷ ấy. Tỷ đấu sĩ ạ. Quỷ đéo chịu được. Mà anh đã stop rồi. Có thấy không? anh nhầm Bùi Tiến mà xóa. Ha ha. Tí thầy nhót. Tí thầy nhót này mà. Bình tĩnh, tự tin và tự tin. Bình. Đổi bài cái. Nổ mồm luôn mà, sự là khỏe đấy. Nhưng mà thầy xoay bài ấy. Bình, chưa xoay. Có Saza. Có Rakan. Cái gì vậy? Ui ôi, nháy phát 2 lần. Chuẩn được không? Chuẩn không vậy chấm. Chuẩn đét cho thôi. Chuẩn và đét. Như phi công vậy. Ok, bay tiếp, bay cao. Thu rồi sao nhỉ? Thu rồi sao ấy? Thôi. Thằng Zena bắn đau lắm, Zena 2 đồ rồi. Chịu. Zena Sojin mấy cả cuồng đao để hiểu. Vội vậy chồng. 6.8 à, vậy sẽ lên 7. Ok. Đằng nào phải đắp cho thờ red mà. Thôi đừng nói chung quá nhau đây. Mèo. Trốn, mày trốn. 5 định mạnh nghe, lắp phần này vào xong. Mạnh định. Từ cái xếp tiền nhé, thề thua cũng được không nào. Bạn cũng khỏe nhưng mà chúng nó còn quỷ hơn cơ. Đéo sao Zanna 2 đồ. Đéo chịu được. Quỷ đó chịu. Trùng bài không vậy? À. Kiếm tiền. Tiến kiềm 138M. Sử dụng nhiều ấy. Không bay nữa thì thôi. Máy đẹp đét 400 mà 2 này 303. Thử để mình đi chợ hay sao. Chưa đến lượt 4 này 117 à. Sẽ là một cái Sojin đi. Ok, quyết định sẽ lấy một cái Sojin đi. Đi. I'm go here. 707 triệu sẽ được lên 6.8. Tốc độ sẽ là mắc ping không. Quỷ ác quỷ phi phai. Tốc độ bù đắc bù nào nào. Mấy thằng này có một chút game thôi chứ. Thằng này rebirth 163 lần. Kê vậy. Sojin thì con này hợp lý hơn này. Nhanh này là con bên kia nhưng mà đợi đồ bình tĩnh. Vội vậy. Xe hấp đủ rồi hả? 46 à? Đấy nó chỉnh cài nhót. 2 giờ 208. Gì 4 giờ đi học. Chuẩn không? Mai học xong nhớ làm gì? Đi tập. Tài môn tổng sản. Tối tập tiếp. Trôn không? Nhiều record này. Ngon. 300, 440 mà 445 record. 50 lap 450. 450, 451, 452. Được không? Đéo được, xít được. Zanna thực sự nhiều ấy. Bây giờ phải được 5 round thắng cơ thì mới được cộng 2 đồng. Là một round chỉ cộng bao nhầm từ 2 đến 4 chỉ cộng 1 đồng thôi. Nghèo đét. 1,6k 138m. Bắc. Đi Bắc. Ngủ tôi mình ngủ quá. Không được. Phải quay nốt. Ê sao đéo lên thread 2 cho mình à? Này thua rồi, tài khỏe đấy. Chịu rồi. Êu, Cái gì kia có dòng ánh sáng. À, bắn ra một cái đồ ánh sáng ngẫu nhiên à? Chịu à? Dòng ánh sáng thua. Chịu. Thầy thua. Thầy chấp nhận. Ai rồi cũng phải thua thôi. Nhưng mà thua không hay đâu. Ai rồi cũng phải thua rồi. Mày perfect 300 mấy lap vậy. Em quay anh ác quỷ à. Cheers. Nổi không? Nổi không vậy thầy? Nổi không? Ôi kìa, chấm được. Perfect rồi. Ôi hỏng. Một lần thôi. Rồi, hay. Anh sợ đấy nhé. Soraka cút. Cái đéo ở đây. Một cái giáp máu á. Cái đéo ở đây. Cái đéo ở đây. Nhau.
Mới tới xe lát chưa lên nha.
Xe lát quá. Sẽ không 2 rồi. Là
thêm một lần nào thôi.
cái này phải bay lên ngay. 8 2 gần 29. Hai quá. Là mở quả trứng 10 củ ạ. Ê, bay một lần mà được tầm bay một lần được hơn 10 củ mà. Thì bay đi. Bay đi 100 củ luôn. Là kẻ may mắn sẽ chỉnh toán cho em một chút tốc độ nhé. Binh, anh nhìn nó phép vậy. Anh là anh. Bay như tên lửa luôn mà. Thắng này. Thắng không? Thắng. Chắc. Henry à. Henry về vườn như thầy. Hết thời rồi. Thích Henry không? Từ sự bay sự binh chi lính ấy. Bay như một cái tên lửa mà. Mày quá vẫn ra cái này vào hành. Và Silat thôi, Silat đến 2 sự có đấy. Tìm bạn xem bên kia, xem bên kiếm xem bên này, không có giảm hưu sự căng đấy. Để đấy. Nhớ giảm hưu mà căng đấy. Rồi anh sẽ chỉ phản cho em một chút tốc độ của quả tên lửa nhé. Bay. Mày hả bữa ấy. Mày bay nổi bằng thầy không vậy? Bay nổi bằng thầy không? Gì? Thầy kiếm 100 củ trong vài giây bình. Vẻ đấy. Thua mất. Silat nổi không? Silat nhiều. Sao? Nó lôi định bệnh à? Thôi thắng mà, thắng. Thằng Kin này đi luôn không? Kin mai máu 12 máu thôi đi rồi, thằng Kin đi rồi. Thằng Kin đi luôn rồi. Vứt. Mày đi. Chơi thắng 7. Thằng Ben 10 ghét thì cũng sửa kinh nhé. À, không lên được. Ui, 900k một lần mà sao được này? Gì đấy, cái gì đấy thưa ông? Gì phạm tốc độ cho em nhé. 26m. Anh mới chưa đủ 30m rồi. Anh chỉ đủ 30m rồi. Mắc pin là 28, chat 29 là cao nhất. Bây giờ là bao nhiêu? Bây giờ là 27 rồi. Giờ thì giảm sức mạnh rồi đấy. 8 này. 8 phải đáng. 8 lần 29. Lần 29 vẫn thế, lần 29. 81m chứ phải điệp. Gì đấy không? Mày thích gì đấy không? Tăng tốc luôn từ đầu. Sự chọn trúng nút tăng tốc ngon không? Làm gì? Này sửa áo cho thằng kia đấy. Kinh. Anh không tin là không có Silat. Ai à? quả thật. Silas đã đổ rác mà. Uầy, nó sao Silas bài Dương ơi. Ai làm vẽ. Chết đi. Đừng có đẻ trứng, mày chết đi. Thôi mày khỏe vai. Nó vẽ nữa. Nó khỏe đấy. Khỏe đấy. Nhưng mà Silas nó không đám, Silas nó để cái bức đồ em ơi. Silas nó để bức đồ rồi. Đây này, Silas nó bức đồ mà, có đám đéo đâu, có từ lấy giờ mãi mới chết Morgana từ đầu game giờ thì có cần chết rồi. Xong đi. Bởi gì? Silas 2 cái bức đồ có mỗi cái nanh. Chỉ. Cút chưa? Cần cút luôn. Ha ha. Thằng ngu. Tôi cút rồi Dương. Ta đấm cút rồi. Ta lên Silas 2 cái. Đây rồi. Đấy rồi. Thằng cầm tướng của mình phải đấm nó quá. Mình sẽ bay tiếp lên được cái vô kia, nhưng mà phải reverse tận một lần nữa mới lên được. Đùa tao. Đùa thầy không vậy. Giờ bay căng ấy. Người thật bay này chưa bước được không? Trừ một tiếng nào. Kinh. Nhảy sai chỗ rồi thầy ơi. Thôi để xếp sang bên trái cho nhảy sang bên phải vậy. Rồi sao? Đã đến lúc nói lời chào với mối tình đầu. Thế quả tiếp theo chắc phải 50 củ nhở? Quả luôn chứ chắc là phải tầm 50 củ 100 củ đấy đấy. What the hell, anh thua. Được, nhầm chưa luôn. Rồi. Này ở đây. Chỉ khỏe đấy, nếu có giảm yếu, đồ bài không có giảm yếu thôi. Gì. Không có giảm yếu sự là khó ấy. Phải có giảm yếu căng ấy nhở? Phải có giảm hưu ạ. Rồi giờ quay trứng vào rồi. Phải thấy có giảm hưu. Nó 24 con này, vậy. Xóa hết thằng dưới đi. Chill. Legend này thôi giữ lại cho làm kỷ niệm. Giờ mình sẽ phải quay được 10 con. Ok sẽ là auto. Wow, bài khỏe quá. Đéo được. Khỏe quá, top 2. Bài kia khỏe quá. Ngầu thế, epic ạ. Con ếch của hành tinh xấu vãi. Sự xấu với em rồi. Sự vào lưng đấy. Vậy xấu, vậy là đẹp khỏe quá. Điều này khỏe quá cái gì. Mắc à. Xem là bao nhiêu. Mấy cái quá. Ui, epic tiếp. Đừng có chết với tao, ngáo à. Đây à. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quay lần nữa này. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nào từ sáng. Út. Gì đấy? Muốn cái gì phải chat chứ, nếu muốn nhìn cái chết đã biết. Tiền đâu một cái phát sáng phải thầy. Tiền đâu khi em tiêu. Quay lần nữa mà. Tiền đâu khi em tiêu như người nổi tiếng. Rồi, vàng luôn. Tổng gì đây? Gì hả thầy? Wow, Ken ạ. Thứ tư không thôi, đánh bài đép kia rồi. Đép kia là sử một chút mạnh ấy. 12,5k. Sử dụng một chút bay không? 230 mình đéo biết cái quay mũ ở đâu nhỉ? Cái mũ có một quách được không mà đâu. Đừng nhớ cái quay mũ này cái chân tay không phải. Ê, quay về cô trước thì em quay mũ này gồm một sao ấy. Nhớ. Qua giờ để giờ thì rồi. Cái quay mũ ở giờ ai da để rồi. Thần rừng ạ. Thần rừng mà để cho cả khổng lồ à. Thần rừng khổng lồ, thần khổng lồ rừng à. Đây à. Cái mũ rồi. Đây là quả trứng thứ tư của tháng 7. 12 trong cái mũ của mấy thằng méo. Ui, một phát lên luôn không? 3 4 5 6 7 8. Ây da, epic luôn mà. Epic không? Epic bao nhiêu ấy? What the hell? 1.000 thôi á. Chat. Đem về tía xem. Rồi thầy Phút về ôi của thầy đây. Bye bye các broccoli. Thế rồi, nó đi vào đây rồi. May mấy vòng ở đây rồi. Gì đấy, cái gì đấy? Đấy, the dino world. Phải chỉnh một chút phát âm. Ấy á, huy hiệu Long Vương hộ pháp. Lấy loại nhau rồi, lấy loại nhau đấy. Ôi, Việt Nam phi thường không nhỉ? Lấy loại nhau đi. Pháp này. Dích rồi. Đây nói này đi, này tạm như này đi. Đi thôi, tạm như này nhá. Hộ pháp à? Pháp một con này đi, cái này đi. Lắp luôn. Nhanh và nhẹ. Xong rồi tí quay sang xong đấu đép thêm nữa đến 5.4 xong. Để lấy một pháp luôn. Từ thầy Phúc về thế giới của thầy đã. Ra đây thế giới của thầy à? So gì? Phải đây. Tay cao nguyên phải được. Nếu mà đầy thì đầy được rồi, nhưng mà ý là cho revert có tiền revert 1.3 tỷ để revert một lap rồi này. Được lap từ 2 lap không? Từ 2 lap không? Từ 2 lap rồi từ 2 lap hơn, nhưng là 2 phút hơn của pháo cũng thua rồi. Đúng đấy, cũng cô 2 gì đấy, quá nhiều kẹo. Ây á, không ăn thế. Vậy đâm đép mà quá nhiều kẹo à, sự càng hết. Đi nào rồi. Nào phải vậy. Này lấy đam đi. Càng đấy. Bay cao luôn rồi, xuống có thể sao bà à, nhìn như lòng lọc ấy, sự kinh ấy. Không tập. Cái này như lòng lọc, sự kinh. Bay nữa vậy đây. Vòng một. Darius kìa. Darius mà sao xong đấu một chút. Có vẻ này. Không có khai nữa nào đúng thua. Con đâu quá nhiều kèo á. Thua. Tôi nè đều chết. Rồi em không chết. Lấy phút phát nữa mình thắng. Thắng à, thằng kia vẫn phát lửa chết. Bay cao cùng 3 con đồng lọc rồi, cùng 3 con đồng lọc cũng tạo quái. 62 à, 62 mười mấy à. Ôi không, tôi có bay được tiếp không? Tôi đủ tiền đi với ông ta. Sửa 2 lap, sửa chôn về làm một chút, chôn về làm. Tap for overdrive được. Thank you broccoli. Nhanh và nhẹ rồi. Quay tỷ lap kinh ấy. Đi lao chết rồi à? Không sao. Và có cái wood steric